I'm making this video for every lost guy out there because I was one of them and I didn't even know that I was using something very powerful as I would say the most unfair advantage that every young guy below like the age of 25 can use, and I didn't know that I was using, so I'd love to share it. By the age of 19, my friends and I organized a concert with no budget, no anything. I also became a public speaker when I was 20 at a big conference, right, at a startup day. I was like, how? If someone told me like when I was 16, I'll be about to do this, then I wouldn't believe them, right? I also got 100K followers on TikTok within like 9 months or something, right? And I really don't want anyone to sleep on this concept that I'm about to say to you, right? So I've decided to separate it into 4 parts. It's like leverage and raw action, talk a little bit about this, how I use this, like my examples and details, also cover how other people use this, and some key points that you can use right now. So what's leverage and raw action? The first thing, leverage and resourcefulness that I have here, they're very similar, but I think that raw action is what we need to start with. It's action, it's acting before you feel ready, right? It's a combination of courage and resourcefulness. Like what you have, what resources you have, what to do, what to apply. And courage is like you brave motherfucker going up to someone and asking them to help you out, right? Or leverage, it's like the principle of achieving greater results with less effort by using your existing resources, time, and connections more effectively rather than working harder. I wouldn't say working harder, it's like just using what you've got. And Alex Hermosi is a big idol for me. Like I can't stop glazing this guy. I tell about him, my girlfriend, all the time, and she's like sick and tired of it. But anyways, he used this concept a lot. In this video, I'll not probably show it to you right now, maybe here. But he talks about the #1 first rule of entrepreneurship is like use what you have. And I think it's the most powerful thing. If you're a young guy who wants to start a business and doesn't want to spend his time in college or university, right? It's like starting a business where you're the most competent in, where you don't need a lot of resources. I mean, like money, deposit into something, don't start a restaurant, for example, right? So use what you've got, right? And Daniel Dallin, this video with Simon Squibb, where they just like taught people how to do business, he talked about this as well. Like you use what you've got. And what leverage we have as young, girl or young guy who wants to do something is like, we have friends, we have time, we have low risk, we're closer to trends. Why do you think many people, like many young guys became millionaires? Like, I don't know, Iman Gadzhi or, Nick Setting is like popping up in my feed a lot. And I believe this guy's legit. It's like, he's closer to trends. He knows how to monetize. He's like, he knew about social media a lot because like we grew with social media in our hands and etc. And we have social boldness. Like, what is it? Social boldness, I believe, is like, I was always this guy who was scared to not know stuff when I get like to 30 years of age. Like I was this guy, I'd rather be ashamed right now than be ashamed in the future, right? I'll be this guy in the classroom who like, hey teacher, what does it mean? Right? And I didn't know the answer, and these guys didn't know the answer too, you know what I'm saying? It's like, they'll be like, God damn, I'm so glad that he asked, right? And we also have no responsibilities, right? So we can just get knowledge and get knowledge and get knowledge, and we don't have any debt, right? We don't have any mortgages to pay, and we don't have any kids, right? You know what I'm saying? So how I use this. I was always an active guy, but the first thing I love to cover is like I opened a music studio with our friends, right? We were 17, 18 years old, and guys, if you're watching this, man, it's hilarious. It's the best time of my life. Like we had no money, we had no space, we didn't know where to start a music studio, right? We had no clue what to do. We just were very passionate about music. Right, and what we did is that we asked friends, we asked parents to help us. We scraped a deposit and renovated everything by ourselves. You can see it's right here. Like we had our music studio here, and we opened it. We shot music videos in there. We became very independent, and that was a very funny time in my life. And I don't think like many guys had this. It helped us a lot in our careers, in my career especially, right? The second thing is how we organized the concert when we were like 18, 19 years of age. Like it looked like this. Like we had about 500 people, and I'll tell you the whole story behind it. We had no budget, no experience, no status, absolutely. We didn't know anything. But the idea came from us turning like 18, 19, and we're like, man, should we spend our 500 euros on like another party, or we can just sum it up and throw a big party, right? Not for everyone and each of us, but a big party for everyone, right? And make some money, probably, maybe. I don't know, I'll tell you. And we were like, okay, we asked Slava out. He helped us out at the beginning because he knew he was in this space. Then I just texted one woman. I was like, hey, I know that you have a venue. Can we just take a look, right? Can we just poke into that, take a look? Let's see. Right, and we went there, like we were 18, 17, like Cody was 17 at that time, right? He's one of my best friends, and that's us walking there. I'm glad that I documented it. After that, we had an opportunity to talk with Racer Worldwide, Amazing guys. They really helped us out, and they just helped us to choose the trajectory to follow, and very, very, very thankful that they helped us. We partnered with small clothing brands. We sold tickets first. Like, we advertised, and we didn't have money. 2,000 euros was for the deposit to start this whole thing, like the concert, but we didn't have this money, right? Maybe the first thing, but I'm not sure. We sold tickets, and that's how we made money from it. But we had to play DJs, we had to advertise, we had to pay other stuff, we had to pay videographers, right, to document it, and we saw like 240 like tickets, and we made some money, right? We also advertised in our schools. It was very funny. As I told you, we spent some money on marketing. We did some giveaways, just a lot of stuff, and we tried out. But the whole thing is that we had about 500 people. I'm exaggerating, less. I'm just embellishing. And we had 3,500 in revenue with no experience, but a lot of emotions. And this thing like taught me that, man, if you just shoot your shot and you just ask your friends, someone to help you out, they will help you out for free. You know what I'm saying? And we also were on TV. Something just to brag about, and I found it's cool, right? We made some photos. It's me topless here, just like flexing, etc. But yeah, that was a fantastic time. Like, I don't know, that was a great time. But the whole thing is that people say yes more than you think, and you gotta use this. When you're young, even just like coming up to older people, asking for advice, it's always like better when you're younger, right? The next thing I wanted to cover is like how I gained 100K TikTok followers in 8 months. I had no experience in shooting content, like no camera experience, no anything. I didn't know that content creation like existed. I didn't know that people were making money. I knew maybe, but I was not sure, right? I doubted a lot, and I just filmed on my iPhone. I didn't know stuff, but I still posted. I posted with no result. You can see it right here. Like, I had 600 views, 1,000 views, 800 views, but it didn't lead to anything, I thought at first, right? But what I did, I thought, okay, I need to get better at it. What can I do, right? I texted this guy, Erik. He helped me out a little bit. A lot with shooting something more cinematic and not on my iPhone. I used my creativity. Like, what can you use? Not big budget that you have, right? I went into a frozen river, like a frozen waterfall, to shoot something because I thought, okay, it would be cool, something that I can stand out, right, with. And I'm pretty proud of these photos. Like, they were sick. And I still posted with no result, like for 2 months. Like, that's what my views were. Okay, I got something still, but that's it, like 900, 1,000, 900, and I posted every day for 2 months, like every day, 3 videos. And I edited by myself. I didn't know anything about editing. And my whole concept, my whole idea, what I want to tell you is that you don't need to plan everything out and want it to be perfect. Nothing. Like this video, man, I was like, man, I'm tired of not filming. I'm tired of not saying what I can say people. And this is my way of helping you to use some of these tactics, and for me to become more articulate, know how to work on camera, speak better, you know what I'm saying? So that's a fair exchange, that's business, capitalism. And I remember this video hit. It popped off, I had 2 million views. Man, that was the best night of my life. Like, I woke up in the morning and I had like 2,500 followers in one night. That was very insane. And starting from this moment, I understood that that's possible. Look at this stuff. 5 months it took me to get to 10K, but the compounding effect works. And within like 3 months, in summer, I had this views, 1.4 million, 300,000. Like, every video like really popped off. And yeah, I started in February. That's this video that popped off. And then by September, I had 100K. It was the 22nd, right? So my whole idea is that you just need to go and tolerate pain. The number one thing, and the second thing, right, is to tolerate pain. Being able to tolerate pain, just go through it. Don't know if it will work out, but you always risk, you know what I'm saying? And some honorable mentions. I don't know, I don't want to make this video pretty long, right? But I became a public speaker when I was 20. Maybe I'll make a video about this, like how it all went, because there is a great story. But another thing, I had an opportunity to sit down in Audi, whatever Audi it is, I don't know the model, maybe 8. How do you call this? Sorry guys, I don't know. And I was making videos on Instagram. I had this huge creative thought in my head. Okay, I need a car. Like, I need to show a person who's broke, they're a person who's rich, and they're like difference in mentalities and thinking, right? So I had an opportunity to sit down in one of these cars, and I don't come from a rich family. I didn't have this opportunity in the past, and this was not rented. It's just us asking the random dealership, like, a guy with fancy cars. We came up, knocked on the door, be like, hey, we're influencers, we're like this. And at that time, I have 5K on Instagram. It's like, can we shoot something here with your car? Like, we can tag you on Instagram. They're like, hell yeah, let's do this, right? And I was like, all right. I had this opportunity to sit down in Audi, and I was like, man, my hands were shaking, right? My hands were really shaking, and I didn't sit in this car ever, right? I've never sat in this car. And yeah, I had an opportunity to sit down with ex-mayor of Talent to make a podcast in my ex studio that I had. It's the business what I run, but it's online right now. Also, I just hit his manager up. We texted, went back and forth in messages, and like, okay, let's do this for free, right? You don't need money to do stuff, right? I'll not go into details what I did, but I had a clothing brand. We shot in the gym as well for free at night because just we asked, you know? And I believe it's a lot because we're young. So this video is for young motherfuckers. Just ask people out, ask this girl out, ask this guy out. Don't ask the guy out, you know what I'm saying? But anyways, how others use it. Not only me, but I just saw this concept. I don't know how many people talked about this, right? The first guy, the first right now company that uses this actively is Racer and use this. I know these guys, they're very tough, and I had an opportunity to talk to them, exchange some thoughts. They taught me a lot, right? And I believe in Estonia, they were the first company who showed me this, that you can ask people to help you. Right, they are known for doing some creative stuff a lot. Like, look at this cross with people, like this house with a lot of people, and they are in their 20s. Like, not a lot of guys like, how can we even make this, right? And they just help. They just had this leverage, right? They had friends who were willing to help because it was something cool, and it is something cool. They had time, low risk because they don't have like kids and all of this stuff. They were closer to trends. They had some taste, and that's how they were able to do this. This video, quoting. Like 16 when we started, we didn't really know much. It was more about the movement. Again, the same concept. Look at this. Ready, fire, aim. Be a little bit ready, fire, learn on your mistakes, and then aim and make corrections. That's what they did. That's what I do. That's what I want to keep doing. School of Hard Knocks. These guys are insane. Like, I believe you saw these guys who come up to millionaires asking how they became millionaires or billionaires, and they're really good. But they started with this views. 1,000 and doing by themselves. They thought, okay, we don't know much about business. We want to get into social media business. What can we do? They had great total addressable market. Everyone wants to become rich. It's interesting to watch. They used what they had, right? It's like time. They had access to millionaires because they were young, right? And I even watched the video with them, with one millionaire who talked about this, right? And just speed and hard work, right? That's why they're getting this views right now, and they probably will become millionaires. I checked their school account. It's crazy. Like, they make a lot. And a year ago, they had 100K, just 3 guys starting this out. And now they have like 1.6 mil, maybe even more. These guys are absolutely insane. You can copy them and always think how you're young can apply these principles. I came across this guy, Jack Pembroke. I didn't watch this video that much, but he's a YouTuber. And this video caught my attention. I went undercover as a fake billionaire. If you didn't watch this and don't like look at it from the entertainment point of view, right? But it's something that you can learn from. They went really undercover as billionaires. Like, they don't have that much money, I guess. But in this scene, in this clip, they just talk to home sellers, talk to plane owners, just like, it's a little bit fake it till you make it type shit, right? Still, they like fool people, deceive people, but it works if you just shoot your shot. And that's why courage here is like very important. You need to have balls and suck something up, like when people reject you, right? Also, Daniel Dillon, a huge guy who I took this concept from, this video, how I documented my life aesthetic, how I document. And I remember I'm watching this video, and I remember he was saying like, actually, I don't know anything about cameras. I don't know anything about shooting. I don't know how to shoot. I just do this. And I found it like, man, why am I always thinking about every little detail in my setup, in my videos, in my life? It's just like, you need to do stuff, and that's it. So, key points that I want to tell you. If you're young, below like 25, still, you can do this. Leverage your friends. I know guys who are 24 and they still get together, gather up, I don't know, drink, I don't know whatever they do, but you can leverage your friends. Just ask them to help you. Become fearless to ask people out, right? To make them do something for you, help you do something. Do and learn at the same time. It will not be perfect, ever, right? Alex Hormozy talked about this. It's like, you can become good at selling within like 20 hours of not watching videos, but doing it, right? That's how it is. And one thing that helps me a lot is remembering that you have nothing to lose. You have nothing to lose, that's great. We don't have, I hope, if you're watching this, by the age of like 20, 21, 22, I'm 21, you don't have like a lot of responsibilities like kids, debts, mortgages, and stuff. So I hope it was useful. I hope that you can take some of this concept like from my life. I'm here to just learn how to be more articulate. I want to help people, and I thought like it would be very interesting to share it with you. I'm still like, these are not like very great achievements, but I'd love to do more. I'm inspired about if you're being average, and if you're something like this, then yeah, use this. And thank you. Thank you.